Does anyone have a question you'd like to ask?
I have a question.
Yes, sure.
You mentioned before forgiveness is part of opening the heart. Can you talk about that?
I talk about that a lot. Okay. Um, I mean, look, we have to learn to forgive, because if we don't learn to forgive, we carry a heaviness inside us, you know, wanting revenge, angry at what other people did to us. There's fury inside us. I mean, we carry this heaviness inside. And one way of relieving ourselves of the heaviness is to forgive the person. Look, you don't have to hang out with the person. You don't have to spend another minute with them the rest of your life. But if in your heart of hearts you forgive them for what they did to you, it frees you to move on in your life. Otherwise, no matter where you go, you're carrying the burden. There's that heaviness right at the center of the heart. So forgiveness is one of the keys of truly being able to move on in one's life. And as I said, you don't do it even for the other person. The other person might be too thick to even understand it. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it to get rid of that anger and that heaviness and that stuff that really drags you down. So forgiveness is the key to it. It's really a very important element in spiritual growth. And it comes with inner maturity. It comes with the fact that you sometimes, not even sometimes, you somewhere in yourself recognize, that all human beings are limited. Our parents are not gods. Our relatives are not gods. They all make mistakes. They do things to hurt each other and to hurt us. And if we carry that resentment with us the rest of our lives, that's what we got. We're full of that. If we get strong enough inside to just forgive them and let go of it, we can move on. Makes room for so much more creativity to exist in a human being. There's so many wonderful things. I mean, look, you watch some fairly dumb Netflix movie, and at the core of the movie is people trying to learn to forgive each other, I mean, this is not from the Bible, it's not from some profound work of art. It's from an intuitive understanding that until people learn to forgive each other, the world will be constantly at war. And the real problem with this is it takes a very secure person and a person who has developed a very strong inner life to be able to say, I forgive you. I'm not intimidated or hurt by what you did. Maybe I was, but I have worked on myself. I've gotten strong enough to say, I need to move on in my life, and I forgive you. I mean, I love what Gandhi said. Somebody once said to him, Sri Gandhi, it's an eye for an eye. And he said, yeah, an eye for an eye, the whole world is going to become blind. I think it's wonderful because it's true. Like you get your revenge and they get their revenge and everybody's angry. And you know, and nobody moves on. Nobody gets closer to God. Nobody gets closer to their spiritual enlightenment until they truly learn how to forgive. Because we've all been hurt, you know.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question? I mean, I remember times I had to forgive myself.
Yeah.
Some of the stupid things I've done in my life, you know? Stuart, stop cringing when you think back at these idiotic things you have done to other people. Forgive yourself. You've got to move on. You can't continue in your life holding that because it'll do nothing but cripple you inside. Does anyone else have a question they would like to? Well, it's been a long day today. Not complaining. It's been really a wonderful day. Lots of in-person classes. It's been really extraordinary, you know? I'm very excited about this new development that's starting to take place. I hope all of you can at some point come and participate in it, you know? Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Is Rudy keep contacting you through your dreams or inspiration? Your inspiration?
Rudy is a continuous living miracle that exists inside me and wherever I go. Every class I teach, he teaches, he comes. Whatever I do, he's there. He's a miracle, you know, to have somebody so powerful on a higher plane of consciousness who guides my life. And he certainly smacks me across the head when I do things I shouldn't do.
Wow.
He once told me I'll need, you know, I never went hunting for gurus after I met Rudy. Because he told me, he said, you'll never need another teacher. I will give you everything that I have learned. He told me this. And when he passed on, yeah, I went to India, I went to different ashrams, I sat with swamis and rinpoches, but I just gave it up. I said, I never met anybody there who had an ounce of the profundity that Rudy had and what he taught me. I mean, the only one who came close was Kala Rinpoche, and that was very different than the kind of training I got from Rudy. That was God bringing two forces together in a very profound way, but it was a very different type of teaching. That's what a teacher does. A teacher, you know, a teacher, where does a teacher live? It lives in your heart. If you open your heart, you will find your spiritual teacher there. And if you open your heart and keep it open, you will see that spiritual teacher will be with you every minute of the day, guiding you. Does anyone else have a question I'd like to ask? Okay, we'll have meditation again tomorrow evening. Looking forward to seeing everybody, and God bless you all. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you so much.
Take the energy with you. Don't leave it in the computer. Okay.
Good advice.
Good night.